How in the heck do you get to that relic over there? There's no conceivable path, and oh, we just climb up that vine. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Is that enough parkour for today? I think so. Okay, so there's an object down there that the game is telling me is worth my time, but I'm gonna have to like jumpy puzzle my way to it. And this game, I can tell you right now, is not the best for jumpy puzzles. You don't have the most control. This is not a platformer, but we got an accessory unlock kit. We're gonna go ahead and finish our journey. Oh, we made it. So that was one of the final two that we need. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to her, and then we're just missing the one. Also gonna go ahead and unlock her third round of affinity upgrades, which means the only character that is not fully unlocked, at least in terms of tiers that we can access, is gonna be Matthew. Speaking of upgrading, check it out. Got our guy here maxed out to 40. I did not attempt to walk this before, and I'm attempting it now, and I gotta tell you, oh gosh, I've fallen off a couple of times, but fortunately always to the inside. Okay, it's not too shabby. That's not the right word for the— alrighty then! I was coming up here because I noticed that there was a question mark, and there's only two other things to find here, a unique monster and a fog rift, and I was assuming that would be a fog rift, but I was a fool to assume that. What is this? Oh, this is going to be one of those little stones. Well, then the fog rift must surely be up here somewhere. Probably that right there. Do you reckon we can just sneak around this guy? Do you think he'll just kind of leave us be and let us go? Kind of looks like he will. Thank heavens for it. Something I've not been keeping track of that I know I should have been is, oh, wait a minute. Is it above us? Is it below us? Interesting. Well, one of the beads is in this area. Not immediately obvious where exactly. It could be still above us, like on the, well, no. I don't think it could be. Let's carry on. One thing I haven't been keeping track of is monsters. I know we're supposed to fight a certain number of all of the monsters. Okay. It's not directly in front. What? Where is it? Is it... is it I don't understand. Where... It has to be back there unless it's further up. But there's nothing above there and there's nothing below there. If it's a fog rift... Because it's not a unique monster, because we already found the last unique monster in the territory. I am confusion. I guess now it's kind of good to know that even if we had turned back at this point, and we hadn't gone up the ominous portal that obviously leads to the end of the game, it wouldn't have mattered, because a lot of the things that I would have wanted to do anyway to finish the game aren't available to you until after apparently you've beaten the game and come back for New Game Plus. Like all of those additional bosses and monsters that are only present now that we seem to have beaten the game, or at least they only seem to be present now that we've beaten the game. We're trying different weather patterns to see— there it is, okay. This fog rift required a thunderstorm. I tried all the different times of day and night, and then I went through all of the different weather patterns. And now this one is here. Why? Couldn't tell you.
The outcome was patently obvious.
Okay. That was sort of anticlimactic, wasn't it? But that is everything for this region, except for the Collectopedia, which I've not finished yet, and one very large monster. Speaking of Collectopedia, what am I missing? Let's just look up where garless fossils can be found. Apparently they can be found here at the Mount Nagul Viewing Deck landmark. So, I don't know if they mean inside, because I've run through this cave a number of times, or if they mean, like, right outside there, so I guess I'll just have to explore and figure that out. Garless fossil, 2 of them, right there! Alright, so inside of the cave, and look at us go! That's a 100% Collectopedia. Do I get, like, a ton of AP for completing all of them? No? Oh, this is the monster one. Right, now I've got to go through all of those. Fortunately, it looks like we've got most of them. It's a couple of bosses there, and then a couple of things that I assume only come out at night, like a Shadow Vang and a General Arachno. And I say only at night. They might come out also at different times of day. I'm just assuming. Drop chances, interesting. Currently, oh, we can pin them. How? How do we? Whoa! Wait, hold on. Go. Wait a minute. Hold on. Go back. I didn't know we could pin things. Hold on. Go back to here. How do I pin it? What? Do I push a button to pin it? Don't go back. Maybe you have to pin things on the actual map. Also, I'm sorry, I'm having like some sort of like heartburn or indigestion or something, so I'm just like pressing on my heart. You know, perfectly normal things you do in your 30s. Maybe it's for like, you pin a recipe or something, and that lets you then track the monster. That I don't, because if you look back at the pin, currently pinned, there's like a hammer, there is a shield, there's cooking, there is gems. So I don't think it has anything to do really with the monsters themselves. I don't assume. So I guess, yeah, complete the Collectopedia is done. So now we complete the Monsterpedia. And then I'm here specifically to fight one thing, and that's this dude right here. This is one of the last guys in this region on the Monsterpedia. Once he's defeated, I literally have no interest in fighting anyone else around here. They're not a high enough level to warrant my time beyond just, like, taking this guy down and then going on my way. There we are. Thank you. Goodbye. We're leaving. So then we got a Dark Squarer, a Dark Ferris, something we've never seen before, and then I'm assuming, yeah, a couple of bosses. Just gonna watch some Scary Game Squad while I do this. You folks don't mind, do you? Ah! Look, we got all three of them right here. This little guy, that little dude, and this must be the mystery beast that wasn't even in, not even categorized yet. The Dark Giraffe. Now, we have fought some of these Giraffes in other regions before, but this is our first time here, which explains why it was not in the Monsterpedia. We want to kill this thing before any of the big guys over there notice us and try to come get involved, because that's... And actually, while we're here, if we can go ahead and kill this little guy too, get him off the list, kill this slightly larger, but still mostly little guy as well. Just gonna tear through all of these. We don't even need to do them in the proper order. Who cares about doing the whole break, topple, dodge, launch? There we go. Now we just need another little one. It's too close to that big one, though. Unless we reckon we're ready to take on that big one. It's a level 55. We might be able to. We might be, as long as we don't get that guy on our case. I think we might be onto something here. I think if it had been anyone else's finisher, that would have totally finished this thing off right then and there. But theirs is weak as. I have no idea why. I need to pair those two up with someone else, because they are not doing the damage that I need them to do. Not anywhere near. Well, somehow, literally at the end, this happened, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to defeat them with just Nicole and Matthew. Never mind, it's just... We literally are at the end of the fight. What is my man doing? With an inventory full of stuff he can do here, not doing any of it. Not that any of this is going to be able to do enough damage, mind you, to turn the tide of the war. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe that this has happened. I am beside myself right now with confusion. We almost had it. I found the memory like it. And when I say I found it, I mean I found it in our accessory selection. Apparently we've just had it and I didn't realize. Everyone's loadouts have been refreshed. I've given them all a good thorough going over, made sure we've got some really solid stuff in there. Let's try this again. It's amazing how just changing a few things in the loadout can suddenly turn the entire balance of the team on its head. We're destroying it now. I guess it really does pay to pay attention. I don't even need to do a chain attack now, but we might as well for the bonus XP. I've come, I have seen, I have conquered, I have gotten my revenge on you, fog trawler tall stuff. Your name was quite stupid, and I'm happy you are gone now, via my tri-calamity. Good riddance to you. Good riddance to your ancestors. Yeah, so for this region, it's just this guy left, Gothard. Meanwhile, in Yesterdale, there's 2 more. We've got the Tenebrous Muramasa, and then this guy. I know where that guy is. I think he's like an obscenely high level, though. Kind of in a thiswardly area. What quest is this? Oh, right, the Melon. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. For right now, let's go fight this guy. Wow, we got a lot of rings for defeating that guy. Not just rings, but you know what I mean. Like, we got a ton of stuff. So much stuff. What level was this guy? He was like a 40 or something? Oh, a 39. Yeah, he was pretty intimidating when we first saw him. Not so much anymore. I don't even know what to say. I don't even feel proud of what we did there. It feels like we bullied a small creature. Well, it was a large creature. But compared to our might and muscle, I need a nap. Oh, I need a nap bad. What were you again? A level 70? We're not that far off. But we're not there either. Where do you get a painted totem? Hold on, I'm looking this up. Painted totem board. Okay, it was recommended that we eat a drop meal and just go attack some of the totems you see around Turkins. Enemy drop boost is not collectible boost. So collectible boost is when you're walking around and you see things. This is different. That's probably what we want. This one here is the first one that came to mind. I feel like I've destroyed it a couple of times already. It's a level 10, so we might, like, one-shot it. We did. We did one-shot it. And you know what? We got a painted totem board! Oh, but what if it requires, like, a certain rarity of painted totem board? It didn't mention, I don't think. We'll run up here to the Nopon camp. If this is all it takes to complete it, and this whole time we had the ability, we just had to eat, like, a drop-boosting food, and then the amount of fire and fury I'll be feeling in my soul is actually pretty low. I won't be that upset about it. I probably should have just Googled it a while ago. Look at that! It's not even a rare item. It's done. I don't even know what it does. I think it finds weaknesses in enemies, which is potentially useful. I don't know if it does that mid-combat or not. But now Tiny Tim Tim's probably interested in it. Tiny Tim Tim, I finished your invention. Friend have improved X rater to max. Wowza, friend Nicole is true blue prodigy. I think it was in large part thanks to your design plans. They were so clearly and straightforwardly drafted. Friend liked that, did he? Under tutelage of Tim Tim, friend could learn much about craftsmanship and tinkering. May not be such a bad idea to become intern of Tim Tim, You mean the unpaid internship with, let's see if I remember, long hours and zero compensation? Well, anyhow, Tim Tim hope for quick and fruitful conclusion to work of friends. Ciao ciao, bye now! Oh, beautiful. And our affinity did grow deeper with little Tim. Maybe this will help us get what we need from these testudos in order to upgrade our weapons again. Apparently they're weak. I don't know what that means. Is that supposed to help me find the enemy's weakness? By just telling me weak? What? Weak to what? What are you trying to tell me? Weak. Just weak. Okay, whatever. Have we been getting... I wasn't paying attention. Were we getting super rare testudo parts from them? I don't know. Are they saying that they're weak from behind? Because that arrow kind of vaguely resembles the arrow that shows us whether or not we're in front of or behind an enemy. Hold on. Let's get behind these guys. Oh, no, they're weak to the side? Which side? I don't know how to follow your instructions. They aren't clear. I still didn't notice if we got any testudos. So we've got 10 of these. But these aren't the rarest of the rare. They're just like 2-star yellow rarity. And I'm pretty sure we needed 3-star rarity, if I'm not mistaken. What? Quest-related event? Up here? Apparently there's another random quest-related event in the general area that we should probably go investigate. Oh, right. Oh, that would have been bad. Oh, good. There's some burning wreckage. Oh, my gosh. Do any of you have children? Jethro, you look like you might have a son and a daughter somewhere that you might be looking for. We're still desperately trying to find their parents. I'm not giving up on them, even though I keep saying they're definitely dead. Is that Matthew? The old master's grandson? I've met you before, right? Your new granddad. This is not, I'm assuming this, name's Jethro. Used to spar with your granddad back in the day. I'd heard Colony 9 got some new recruits, but I never imagined you'd be one of them. Glad you're okay. So this fellow was trying to help rescue some city folk who were being attacked by Kevesi soldiers. Didn't work out, they're dead, and he wants us to collect their effects. And the kids are confused by the idea of, I guess, personal belongings. Boy, they died hard, as it seems like all of their items have been strewn about to the far corners. The far corners of the earth. Looks like their items have been strewn about to the far corners of the earth, which is unfortunate. We're just gonna blame the monsters and say it was their fault. Oh, there's some Kevesi left over. So back there was a locket, this is a ring, and the final object is resting here next to this guy, who I think would have jumped us if we weren't such a higher level than him. But a blood-stained bandana. That should do it. Oh, good! More Kevesi have turned up. Oh, we've located the remnants. Engage and wipe out. You know who we are. Come on. Well, yeah, that took all of 30 seconds. They had been warned in advance, though. They should have known better. This is actually kind of a beautiful little quest. He was talking about how he was friends with Matthew's grandpa, you know, Gondor, and how Gondor always encouraged him to hone Ouroboros' powers, and he kind of, like, mocked him. But now he's rethinking his ways so that he never gets outclassed again. Love a good story like that. Love a good, you know, it just goes to show no matter how old you are, you might still be wrong, and it's never too late to reconsider the path of your life and try something new and different and better for a better life. There's morals and values in this video game. It's not just hot anime chicks. That is here as well, but there's also Shulk. I can't remember if I talked about this during my X Let's Play or 3, but I played the entirety, just about, of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, fully zoomed out, in handheld. And I think that it really affected my appreciation for the world, and actually made me feel maybe a bit detached from the characters. I don't know if that's real or not, but I know I played 2 much closer to, like, Rex's back, you know? And, I don't know, it does make it feel a little bit more intimate. I would recommend it. I've not played this game in over a month. It's been a while, folks. It's been a while. A lot's been happening. A lot of games have come out. The new Zelda came out, and I had to play that. I got real sucked into a new Minecraft mod pack, but I'm finally back in this. What am I doing? Defeat the specified foes? Defeat Alpha. That's the main story. I have no interest in doing that right now. I'm trying to do all of this. What was I doing the last time I don't know what I was doing the last time I was here. How do you get to the map? It's been a while! Oh wow, I actually did a really good job. It looks like the map is pretty much complete except for a few unique monsters. Not too bad. I guess now what am I doing? Just quests? Because there's quests all over the place. Do I have any of those ongoing? Look around for balls that will activate the mystery contraption. Glimmers happen upon an old broken lute, bring it back to Colony 9 and see if there might be anyone who can fix it, and collect Nopon medals for Bababi. Alright, well, I mean, we could just go do this one, I'm pretty sure. In fact, just looking at the minimap, this is definitely the place to be with the most to do. There's a ton of stuff happening here. So why aren't we just focused on this? If the goal is to 100% this DLC, feels like this is where we need to be. After I finish this, I've still got to go back in and finish the base game. I've still not finished it yet! CRL? What kind of a name is that? Who are you? Whoa, it's like a whole crumble of ruins out here. But I'm not seeing many Nopon around. Bit of a letdown, honestly, considering how many there were in the city. I don't know. I met a few on my way here, actually. That's how Matthew sounds, isn't it? He's got like a weird accent. That's good news. I look forward to meeting them. Will you? I mean, it looks like you still want to talk to me, though. What function would that serve? Baba Lulu, and Guguru were talking about you guys, you know. Huh? You met them? Yep. We all had a big mushroom feast together. Well, it sounds like they had one heck of an interesting night, doesn't it? You really shouldn't go outside on your own like that. It's dangerous. Okay, saws. I don't know why I'm talking. Guess what? I played a board game with Bababi today. It was so much fun. Yeah, and the Nopon. Oh, this is Rex. You and the Nopon sure get along like a house on fire, don't you? That's how Rex sounds, right? I just love Nopon to bits. They're cute, they're fluffy. Oh, I could cuddle them all day. Wow, yeah, that was definitely worth stopping and talking to. I'm so glad that I did that. Actually, a lot of people around here have little conversations.
Pretty busted in here, huh? Brings back the old city days.
It is. It's a shame that we already know they all have to vacate. Because all of this gets destroyed. Everyone here wants to have a conversation. The good thing about talking to him is that it'll, like, check him off on the affinity chart or whatever it's called, like under community. If you have little conversations with them, they'll like 100%, and that's pretty handy. But look, you can go in here and it'll show you, like, oh, look, they got a quest for you. Complete quest, talk to, okay. You can actually see, like, in order to, like, Guguru, if we just have a conversation with them, bam, 100% it on the chart. Perform action, acquire all recipes, bam, Georgie will be good as a bug. Good as a bug. That does not make any sense. Miguel! Awkward pause. Welcome. Might the pretty lady desire a loot? Not exactly. I was wondering, could you look at this one for me? This is the one we found on that mountain, like 2 years ago. Oh! Ho ho! Well, well, who would have thought? Tell me, where did you get this one? I just picked it up off the ground on the way somewhere. Really? How curious. What, is it actually yours? Oh, not at all, but nevertheless, I do know all about it. This isn't just any old loot like the ones you see on display. It's a famous piece, one might say even legendary, crafted by a master of his art who is sadly no longer of this world. So it's quite a find. He never made many, and the ones that survive to this day are incredibly rare indeed. You have a priceless treasure on your hands. It passed through the hands of many a virtuoso in the beleaguered city history, till at some point it went missing. Whoa, that's amazing! Hear that, Glimmer? Priceless treasure, he said. Yes, well, the price of this loot is literally incalculable and immeasurable. But you are the one who ought to have it and play it, pretty lady, none other. Well, he's kind of a little bit of a perv, isn't he? Why me? Because I like you. As I said, the loot has been the inheritance of countless virtuoso players across the ages. And seeing your strong yet graceful fingers... Why? Why? I know that you yourself are also an eminent musician in your own right. Which is to say, it was in a sense inevitable that the loot would find its way to your worthy hands. That's not the only thing them hands are good for, I'm sure. Okay, but like, you can fix it, right? To my eyes, it appears that it would be as simple as replacing the strings. If you bring me the materials, I will take full responsibility of getting it in playable order. Tell us what you need. According to the ancient techniques by which the loot was constructed, highest grade strings were made from animal intestines, and to the best of my knowledge, of these, the guts of rare giant and lutes produce the very sweetest timbers. I see. No, one sec. Did you say guts? Yes, guts indeed. You seem to have reservations. Don't suppose there's anything we could substitute for those. Modern manufacturing techniques make use of metal wires and synthetic fibers, but those would not suit a loot such as yours. Giant and loot, was it? I feel like I saw one once at the old Lurg Baja battlefront. Oh ho! There was one in this region. How fortuitous a windfall. I'll go ahead and leave the loot with you. We'll do something about the materials. Acknowledged. I will await news and make preparations as I do so. Luck be with you. What a fun little conversation. What a fun little quest. We've got to go kill an animal and rip out his intestines. How fun. I could have fast traveled over here, but instead I decided to just run. And I remember why I love this game. Just beautiful scenery, fantastic music. a peaceful journey. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just been a lovely little jog through the countryside while I think about different things, like, can you move your default Steam download folder? Like, I know you can create a new one on a second drive, but the default one on your boot drive, can you relocate it? Because I'd like to do that, and I'm not sure how you would do that. The solution we came up to on the guest PCs, because we'd like to have multiple versions of Steam installed, one for each of the separate accounts, user accounts, depending on who might be using it, but have all the games in one folder so you don't have to constantly re-download them and have multiple copies, was to, like, just partition the drive. But there it is. That must be the interlude we're after. How did it grow to such a size? Truly a rare specimen if ever I saw. Let's rip out his stomach. Or large intestines, small intestines. I don't know. Whatever part of the digestive tract we're here to get. I've forgotten. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Right on, Glimmer. You're up. Up for what? Oh, they're gonna make her crawl in there and get the bits. Oh, Rex. Big dad energy. He's gonna handle it. And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Another peaceful journey through the countryside. It's restoring my soul in a sense. I've forgotten how just wonderful this game is. Alright, we're back, and we've got the intestines. Probably not something you want to shout when you're running into, like, a busy square full of people, now that I think about it. Someone's probably not going to really understand what you're getting at there. You just sort of sound like some sort of psychopath, really. Now please wait a moment. I'll get the old bell fixed up in no time. That is done. From now on, it's your loot. How many strings does that thing have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wonder if they're all played independently or if they're in little pairs, like a mandolin. Thanks. Actually, can I ask one more thing? Oh, and what might that be? I don't really know how to play. Would you mind teaching me? I wouldn't mind, of course I wouldn't, but I'm afraid I may not be equal to the task. I'm a skilled enough craftsman, but somewhat embarrassingly, my ability as a player is middling at best. In that case, I will teach you. Wait, what? Wow, you can play a lute, eh? I dabble, certainly. I wouldn't call myself a virtuoso. Huh, with this I didn't see coming. Thanks a bunch, eh? Well then, could we get started? Why not? It's as good a time as any. In view of the situation, could you choose a lute for me as well? Of course! It would be my pleasure to gift you one, and my honor too, if you deign to play it to your heart's content. This guy's like, he's real into just like doing free things for the ladies. He's gonna call up some favors at some point, you know? Look at this! Without a pair of hands to tenderly strum it, no heart-wrenching ballad can arise, no dulcet song to stir body and soul. Why tenderly? Why hands and tenderly? Why are you the way that you are? Oh my gosh, he's filthy. We really need to give them all a good cleaning up. They're all a little bit filthy. Yeah. It's a musical score. I have set down the melodies of the city's musicians and sheet music. Alas, memory has its limits, and the songs that delighted the city in the past continue to slip away from me. Nothing would please me more than if you were to bridge the gap between us, your predecessors, and the future with song. It's a deal. That was a charming little quest. I rather liked that one. A melody sustained. That was actually very sweet. And I'm wondering if we just go ahead and have this conversation with Miguel about whatever the heck he's talking about right now. Is this going to be the thing that 100%s our relationship in the little chart? Let's just skip through it because I don't actually care what he has to say at all. Hey! He's completed.